Shalom, Ahab, Wa, Baraka. In other words, peace, love, and blessings. First and foremost, call Halaya Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Waharaka Kwadash. And double honors to the elder apostles, the prophets, and the teachers at GMS who rule well, who have been bringing out this 100% truth for the last 30 plus years, and to the disciples and the sincere Akyawa Akwa salutations. Now, this is Holy Biblical Defenders, and he got the class from Elder Apostle Tahar, and there's a spot in this class that nobody's really addressed, so I'm going to address it. Let's just get it. So he's going to, this is the funny thing to me. All of these guys get their understanding from somebody. In this case, Hassad has got his understanding from Alazar. And when he got to a certain point, he thought he was ready to go on his own, and he wasn't. And so he's denying the person that taught him that was protecting him. If you go back into his classes, you can watch when he debates and everything, Alazar or Deacon Hassad will come and get his back and take over to fucking close the deal. So he's not a closer. So that means that he hasn't studied long enough to be out there by himself like that. Another thing, Alazar did the same thing. So this guy is just following suit. Alazar learned from Elder Apostle Tahar. And what I think is funny is like everybody learned from the Elder Apostle Tahar, all the camps, and they're all in denial of the Elder Apostle Tahar, Gabar, and Orion Lot, and so on and so forth, going down through the ranks. All right, let's get this, because he's going to say that Revelation 11 and 12 and Revelation 18 and 4 are coinciding, and I'm saying that that's not true. Revelation 18 and 4 is, let's get it and then we'll discuss it. Let's get it and then we'll discuss it.
To kind of illustrate this. Revelation 18 and 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues." Now, what is the ultimate plague for the United States of America, Babylon? Is to get destroyed with thermonuclear destruction. So when it talks about the elect, the righteous men and women that particularly that are going to get beamed up out of here, that's why it says, "Come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins." That's why it says, "Come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins." The come out of her right here is literal. There's going to be chariots that go around and deliver the...
There it is. The come out of her is literal. And he's saying that oh my gosh, the chariots are going to... Okay, let me just let him go a little bit further. Let him a little bit further.
Children of Israel. So that the elect get beamed up. They're watching America get destroyed. And then I believe from what, and you guys can let me know if I'm tripping from what they say, that simultaneously Ezekiel 38 and other prophecies take place. But
okay, the part I wanted to address is what he just said, that come out of her, my people, was literal. Okay, that you be not partakers of her sins. So hold on, let's get that. Okay, let's read it again first. Let me grab one of these Bibles. Do I have one in here? Yes, I do. Okay. So I'm only going to address these two verses to keep it simple. And I might bring out a precept. So it says in Revelation 18 and 4, let's get that first. He's saying that Revelation 18 and 4 is talking about Revelation 11 and 12. Okay, so I'm going to read Revelation 18 and 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye not receive of her plagues. Okay? And so let's go over to Revelation chapter 11 and verse 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven, and a cloud and their enemies beheld them. So he's taking those two scriptures and putting them together, saying that that's the literal come out of her my people. No, that's not the literal come out of her my people. That is absolutely wrong. The come out of her my people is saying you've got to come out of that lifestyle of the world when you hear this truth. We've been through this. This is why this dude shouldn't be teaching. You shouldn't even be teaching. You should go fucking hide back behind Alazar. You guys got to be joking, right? You got to be joking. So, when it's saying come out of her, and the reason why I'm showing a map, because as soon as you say it's literal, you show me where on this earth that we could go and not be in this earth. You can see what I'm saying? Like, where on earth are we going to go to not be oppressed? Where on earth are we going to go to come out of the ways of the American lifestyle when what you guys aren't understanding, all of these places are drunk from the cup of her iniquity. So what does that mean? Everywhere else is just like America, if not worse. So when you go into other countries, you might want to do your research. Every so-called Israelite type black person will be oppressed. And no matter where you go, in some countries, it's like in China and Japan, man, they find reasons to get rid of you. In Israel, they don't want so-called black people there either. So you tell me, how could that be a literal thing? And then when you say, well, it's talking about being beamed up into the chariots, so they ascended up into heaven. No, because it says to not be partakers of her sin. So that means you have a choice to either keep living your worldly life, or you can go back to the laws, the statutes within the laws, and the direct commands, and keep those to the best of your ability according to your knowledge. Now, let's prove that that this is a coming out of for my people is a spiritual thing. And so I'm going to use Zephaniah 2 and 2, but I'm going to read 1 also so you can understand who it's talking about. So when you're coming out of this worldliness, it says, gather yourselves together. This is Zephaniah 2 and 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as a chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of Yahweh's anger come upon you. Do you see? It's a pretense. He's telling you to do these things before it's too late. So if you're not coming out of this worldliness all the way until Yahweh comes and gets you, he ain't coming to get you. But this guy fails to teach correctly. So he leaves a very vague open statement that you're going to be taken up in Revelation 11 and 12 when it's saying do all these things before I get here, or it's too late. This is why these guys shouldn't be teaching. This is why we're calling you a false prophet and a bug out, because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And with that being said, if you've got eyes to see, you got ears to hear the truth and sincerity and righteousness when it comes out, I hope you got something out of every lesson that the sincere and righteous of the camp from GMS has been bringing out all these years. That's where all these guys get all their knowledge from. And it's funny to me, You'll go and learn from somebody and then be like, nah, I figured this out myself. No, you didn't. I didn't. I had that same spirit too. I thought I learned everything on my own because, see, before I was studying under GMS, I listened to all you other fucked up camps, and all I could ever do was yell at my screen, whatever screen I was watching, whatever lies you were telling. My wife actually asked me once, real nice and kind, she was like, could you please not listen to IUIC anymore? All you do is yell. And I was like, because they keep lying. That was almost 10 years ago. I couldn't deal with those guys. So you got to understand, when I finally had heard all the camps, I knew that I just thought that there was no real camp out there and that this was just all a scam, but I understood that the truth was coming out. I couldn't figure out, well, where's the sincere? Next thing I know, when I'm literally crying out to the Most High about this in prayer, Ahmad Abad, his video started popping up on my feed. He wasn't even in GMS yet. And I just love this guy. Everything he said, I agreed with 100%. And then one day I found out when he gave all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, Waha Rakah Kwadash, and double honors to the men at GMS. I was like, wait a second, he's in GMS? And I didn't know, and he wasn't. He just recently, like in the last year, got put in a camp. I've been studying under him for 5 years. And who's he been studying under? The elders and the apostles. So through him, I was able to find out I'm studying under GMS with him all this time. It's the most beautiful thing ever. So I always revered him as my elder, because even though I understood the scriptures the way he did, he knew way more than I did. And I learned a lot from that because I was able to humble myself down and learn from my teachers and give double honors, because I don't need financial gain. I've already been homeless for a long time in the truth, and then the Most High gave me a place to stay. So I don't need none of these things. I'm in want of no good thing for real. See, these guys that are trying to get financial gain, 3-hour classes are financial gain. When you hear, oh, thank you, Ak, every 2 minutes, it's because people are giving him donations. That's why he's going to sit there. I'd sit there for 3.5 hours too. Damn, everybody giving me money. But I'm not wicked like that. And if I was doing a live chat, it wouldn't be something with the scripture involved to get money from people, definitely. So, with that being said, like I said, if you have eyes to see and ears to hear, sorry about the rant at the end, but just remember, keep it sincere. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai takes care of everything. And with that being said, shalom.